All right, so today we're going to take a look at creating a Google form to use as a quiz and how the new features of grading and providing feedback are really exciting. So the first thing you want to do is create a new Google form. So to save a little time, I typed up a little practice quiz, but I'll go quickly through the steps of creating a quiz just in case that's a new feature for you. Generally, I start with the settings. I always collect email addresses for students because they are notoriously not good at adding their name, even if I have a name box. Sometimes I add response receipts so they know if they've taken the quiz or if they haven't. Generally with quizzes, I give them one shot because I'm going to alter the content or do some reteaching before a second shot. You can set these up however you prefer. I always have a progress bar. I shuffle the question order. And I generally do give a nice encouraging confirmation message when they're done. This is the important one. You have to make sure you turn on the quiz feature. Now, because there's some grading that we're going to have to do on our end, I switch it to later after manual review. This way, they aren't getting feedback that isn't complete because I haven't provided it yet. And again, you can choose whether you want them to see what questions they missed, what the correct answers were, and how many points there were. So once you're done with that, you have the settings saved up. You'll see the email will automatically pop up. You can name your quiz. You can add descriptions. You can type your question. In this case, I made it a multiple choice question, typed my 3 answers. I can edit the question if I wanted to add another color or another answer. Change the question type. Remember to do the answer key. How many points is it worth, and to select your right answer for multiple choice questions. Now you can notice that I also have some short answer questions here. This is the kind that I want to specifically show you in this video. So again, I'm just going to click edit question. I've typed my question. I've chosen short answer. For answer key, I'm not typing a correct answer because sometimes with open-ended questions, obviously if they don't write it exactly the way you would write it, sometimes it's marked wrong. So this is the area that you want to grade yourself. How many points is it worth? All right. So once you have your questions made, and I only have 3 for this short little quiz, you need someone to take the quiz. So I went off and I went ahead and took the quiz. So the next step you want to do is click on responses. Now the same features here where you can click to create a spreadsheet and see all of the students' answers in that nice format and have that to analyze on your own. The summary feature is still here that you're used to seeing from the Google quizzes. What are new features are the question button and the individual button. So let's take a look at the question button first. What the question button does is organize by question all of your student responses. So you can see that I can look at question 1, I can look at question 2, or I can look at question 3. And if I had 15 people that have taken the quiz, I would see 15 responses down through the bottom. This allows me to look at one question at a time and go through my entire class and grade it if I want to. Now, the excellent new feature is this feedback button. So I only have 1 response. It's not graded right now. If the person earns all of the points, I can just click this and you can see it automatically puts a 3 in there. If the person earned none of the points, I can click the X and it quickly puts a 0 in there. But the nice feature is I can give them any partial credit I want. I can give 2 points or I could give 1 point. So that's a nice additional feature that you can give partial credit right away. The feedback button is the new and exciting feature I wanted to highlight. By clicking here, I can type a feedback statement to individual students. I can give them hints or ideas or where to revisit or clarify misconceptions. And it's targeted to just that learner. So it's private feedback that they can have related to every question on the quiz. This allows to clear up things, to add additional knowledge, to point out strengths, to point out weaknesses, or to redirect them. It's really a game changer for me. All right. When I'm done, obviously I want to click Save. When you're back on the summary, remember, since I chose later, I have to release the scores. Now let's take a look at the individual. Sometimes it's great to grade question by question. You can have continuity then. especially for open-ended questions, to make sure that you are applying similar standards to everybody's questions or responses, sorry. Now, for the individual, it's just the opposite. Instead of seeing all of the questions at once, you're seeing all of one student's response to the quiz. So this is the one person that has taken our quiz, and here's their response to question 1, question 2, and question 3. The process for scoring and giving feedback is similar. Obviously, you can assign random points, however many you think they earn, partial credit or full credit. You can also give individual feedback. So right here, you click, you have that box that comes up. Great job with this question, or any other feedback that you want to note. You save it, you can edit, you can trash your feedback. Same thing here. You can save and then go back and release scores. So whether you like the overview or question by question grading or individual grading, you now have that flexibility using a Google Form quiz to not only grade the items individually, but also to provide feedback to students in a more rapid, private manner. To me, this is a huge game changer and a huge improvement in the form quizzes.